insisting on private jet travel is the single most injurious thing that a normal human being can do to hurt the climate, right?
On average, a single 2.5-hour private jet flight emits the same amount as a car does over the course of 4 years. And Massport wants to expand Hanscom Field to accommodate up to 80 new private jets.
How can we tell working families to switch to electric cars, to insulate their homes, take the T, while letting the ultra-rich burn jet fuel to quick flights to the Caribbean? That would be a moral failure. But the good news is we have power. The thousands of people who have signed petitions, written letters, packed hearings, and have shown up here today are proof that this fight is far from over.
We shouldn't be using that because of the trade-offs in land and food. We don't want to be growing food for jet fuel and not for food and other uses. If you cut down forests to grow jet fuel, you're removing carbon sinks that are reducing emissions. SAFs won't help the Commonwealth reduce emissions, period. It will not move at the pace, it will not scale at the pace of climate change. It is a diversion of money and attention.
I am just old enough to remember the governor immediately prior to Mike Dukakis. That was Frank Sargent. So there were plans, there were blueprints. Sargent took a look at that seeming inevitability and said, not on my watch. Not on my watch. That is a bad decision. I'm thinking about the future and I can see that this would get it wrong. There is no way you can put in a whole bunch of essentially garages for private jets and still claim ever again, at least in the living memory of those of us in this room, to be concerned about climate. This is it. This is the inflection point for Massport.
If Massport thinks that we will be distracted by the supposedly bright, shiny object of SAFs and accept the North Airfield project because someday, a few decades from now, some highly expensive and still environmentally damaging but differently produced fuel is being sold there, they have badly underestimated our determination to stop this project.
The only reason they've had to do this report is because of the tidal wave of over 1,500 comments that was submitted last year. This is all thanks to everybody in this room.
So we're asking our current governor, who's done so much good work on other issues, to appreciate that there is precedent for her saying, just no, not on my watch.